Hey, Jason Baker here, obviously. Anyway, I wanted to take a minute, and I don't often talk about it, but I wanted to talk about my real estate journey and how I got into real estate. It was back in 1999, I got into mortgages. I was working at my family's car dealership and ended up moving to Montana in 1997. And after a couple years, the only industry I knew, because I grew up around it, I grew up in the car business. Like I said, my family owned a car dealership there, and was the car business. So I started working at Flanagan's a little bit and a place called Jolly Wholesale a little bit. And my friend opened up a mortgage company and said, well, come on, let's do that. And I'm going, well, heck. And so I dropped out of school and, I haven't told my mom yet. But anyway, dropped out of school and and I never really have looked back, but the mortgage industry was tough. It was real good, and then kind of like the ebbs and flows of real estate. So as real estate started going down, and in 2000, so I did from 99 until 2009. I was doing mortgages for a good 10 years there. It was a great run. But in 2008, beginning of 2008, really end of 2007. Obviously, all of that mortgage implosion, all of these real estate brokerages started going out of business, and mortgage brokerages, and it was just an implosion. All those lending institutions, just because of all those fraudulent loans. Well, heck, in 2009, I lost everything. The mortgage brokerage I owned went out of business. I tried working at 3 or 4 different ones, and boy, I'm telling you, that was a tough time. But I'll tell you, as humans, we can be resilient. So yeah, I lost everything there. And after that happened, I said, well, what am I going to do now? I only know mortgages. And I only know I'm in the real estate business, really. What do I do? And so I said, well, I started building a little software and started selling it to real estate agents and going around teaching real estate agents how to short sale, because I'd short sold my own home, embarrassingly enough. And I said, I kind of know a lot of realtors. And they said, well, Jason, you ought to start selling real estate. So, they spoke to me and said, it would be a natural progression. But heck, I didn't know the first thing about selling the house, like on that side of everything. I mean, yeah, I could run some numbers and do some payments and take a loan application real well. But I didn't know the first thing about how to market property, how to sell property, how to go show property. I didn't know the first thing about it. So I was basically, kind of sort of a rookie. But anyway, we sold or shut off our software company. That's what I was doing, is training real estate agents and selling software I developed in the meantime. It was one of my nonprofit businesses, and not a 501c3 nonprofit, mind you. So anyways, I started off in Missoula. I was back up in Missoula and from Bozeman, and man, because I lived in Missoula, Bitterroot Valley, and then I moved to Bozeman for a number of years, and then back to the Bitterroot Valley. And I live in the Bitterroot Valley now in Florence. And so anyways, in 2013, it was August 1st, I started full-time back in real estate. Boy, I'm telling you, when I went to pass that test, I can't sit still hardly for 3 seconds, right? I always want to be doing something. So I would definitely say I don't test very well. I think I failed that puppy twice, and I don't know if I told anybody that yet, but I did, and it was a 60-hour course at the time, and I believe it's 70 now. It is 70 now, and so but I've never looked back. I've had a real blessed life, and real estate's opened a lot of doors for me. On a personal level, I've been able to be generous. I've been able to build a little wealth. I've been able to spend time with my family and be home for dinner with my kids. And I know that sounds really strange, but and the listing business that I have allows me to set a clock by my schedule on that side, and build a team. And the greatest legacy I hope I can leave is the people that I've been able to help also live amazing lives as well. And who I'm talking about is my administration staff and also the agents on our team. We're just a family, right? So yeah, it's just been great. It's not just this last 3 years where it was good. I mean, it's always been good. Even when it was crazy back in 2013, when the market was still down and we had so much inventory and the rates were high, and holy cow. I mean, when I first got into mortgages, Jeepers Creepers, the rates were 10%. So everybody's crying about 5.5 now. And, but anyway, it's one of the best times I think right now is to get into real estate. And the reason why I think that is everybody said, oh, the market's shifting, and it most definitely is. But here's what's going to happen. The people who like easy stuff will leave the industry. I believe we'll lose 30-40% of the people that are in the industry simply because they won't do the work that's necessary because they've had it so easy and things have just come automatically and they haven't had to have a marketing plan and they could just do well despite themselves. I think that kind of mentality leaves the business, more of that entitled mentality or whatever else, okay? But the systems that we have and that I figured out over the last 9 years, as well as all, working with our partners at Place, which is the platform we use, it's we're ready to change some lives, and we have and don't be telling people I failed my test a couple times now. You got to promise me. But I really enjoy what I do, and I really to come from like not even just to be broke. And then when I entered real estate, because I lost all of the, I said nonprofit, I meant it. I went broke when I left the mortgage industry, and all of my startups, if you will, I went broke. And I got into real estate. I probably had it's emotional. I mean, I probably had $3,000 to my name. And I said, I need a coach because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm going to enter, the real estate game with all these titans. And I was scared. And there were some people that have been doing it for 30, 40 years, And I'll tell you, I got a coach and he said, Jason, you got to get on the phone and you got to go make it happen. Because I didn't know anybody in Missoula. I didn't have a list of names or people to call, or I didn't grow up here. Didn't have 300 people I could write down their name. I had a list of 17 people whom I knew. And so I got on that phone and I was broke as a joke. And when you're broke, I can tell you, you will fight harder than most people will fight harder. I suppose you could whine, but I fought. And, praise God, I am where I am today. So that's my history. So from there, what happened? Well, we had a 2-person team, and then we had a 3-person team, and now we've got a 12 or 13-person team. And we've got all of the systems and everything figured out real well. And a person can sit down with their list of people, which hopefully is bigger than mine, and we'll teach them. And they're going to learn 6, 7, 8 times faster on our team than going off and do it on your own. And plus, we take care of all the overhead, and we can get you further faster and help build your business. So I don't know if you know anybody, or I don't know if you've ever considered it, but my story is definitely rags. I was in rags twice in 3 years back then, man. I didn't know if I was ever, man, I can't believe my wife didn't divorce me. I'm sure she thought about it. Man, I was not providing. No matter, I was working. I never quit, and that's important. But, man, it was tough. But real estate has opened doors for me I can't even imagine. And I'd love to show you how it could do the same for you. If you're interested, just, get in touch with me. Number's probably all over this email or wherever you're looking at this thing. And we'll look forward to talking to you. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me personally, jason@jasonbakerteam.com, or my cell phone's 406-552-4443. And I hope, and if you know somebody, that'd be great. We have 2 openings for our September course, September 12th launch, which is our training. We have like full-on training for like 6 weeks. It's great. You're going to learn so well. The next ones open up in October, about the 1st of October. Okay, so we can take two to 3 people safely to. We'll be scrambling if 3, and we have 3 in this one. That's how I know we'd be scrambling. But gosh, if you know someone that could work 40 to 50 hours a week, it's not hard work. It's just you got to learn there, and you got to get in the trenches. You got to work hard. If you know anybody that would be interested in that, just please reach out to me or have them reach out to me. And well, thanks for listening to this. I know it was super long this week. You take care. Bye-bye.